Topic 9, Lesson 8, Subtracting Fractions with Unlike Denominators. Guys, this unit is almost the same as the last one, just instead of addition, now we're going to be subtracting. So let's look at it. It's the same three-step process. Step 1, find a common denominator. In the example 4/5 minus 1/4, we take the denominator of each fraction, 5 and 4, and we list the multiples. We find the common multiple, and in this case it would be 20, and we can use that as a common denominator. In step 2, all we have to do is rename the fractions. To do that, we know we need to get to 20 as our denominator. So we look at the current fraction 4/5, and to get the denominator to 20, we have to multiply by 4. So we do 5 times 4, and if we did it in the denominator, we also need to do it in the numerator. So we multiply the 4 times 4. And we do the same thing to the second fraction. We know we need a denominator of 20, so 4 times 5 is 20. And if we do it in the denominator, we need to do it in the numerator, so 1 times 5. To rename those fractions, we're going to do what we have in black, 16/20 minus 5/20. I got that from multiplying 4 times 4 and 5 times 4 to get 16/20. And 1 times 5 and 4 times 5 to get 5/20. Step 3, subtract and simplify. You always need to check to see if the fraction can be simplified. In this, we have 16/20 minus 5/20. We subtract the numerator, 16 minus 5, and we continue the denominator over. It was 20, so in this one it will be 20. And that gives us an answer of 11/20. Just to be clear, in both addition and subtraction, the denominator will stay the same as it is in the problem. If you think about it, it makes sense. If you have a pie and you divide it into 4 even pieces, you have 1/4, and you have 1/4 of the pie, and your friend has 1/4 of the pie. If you combine them, you now have 2/4 of the pie. You don't have 2/8, you have 2/4 or 1/2. So the denominator will stay the same. Let's look at the guided practice. In question number 1, 5/6 minus 1/2, we have to find a common denominator. And if you look at it, you can find 6 as your common denominator. So you don't have to do anything to the first fraction. If you see, I multiplied it by 1. 5 times 1 is 5, and 6 times 1 is 6. To get the second fraction to be common, we would need to multiply the 1 by 3 and the 2 by 3. And that gives us a new fraction of 3/6. So we do 5/6 minus 3/6. Subtracting the numerators, 5 minus 3 gives us 2. And we carry the denominator over, and that stays 6. But remember what I said in step 3. You have to both subtract and simplify. So we have 2/6, and I look at that and I notice I can divide both of those by the number 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So in simplified form, 5/6 minus 1/2 is 1/3. If you look at question 2, 4/7 minus 1/3, I do the same stuff. I first find the common denominators. In this case, it's 21. And then I'm going to rename the fractions. 4/7 I'm going to rename as 12/21. And 1/3 I'm going to rename as 7/21. Then I'm going to subtract and simplify. 12 minus 7 gives me a numerator of 5. And I continue the denominator staying the same. And so I have 5/21. I cannot simplify that at all, so my answer is 5/21. Question number 3. 1/2 minus 3/10. I look at that and I know that 10 can be my common denominator. So for the first fraction, I would have to multiply it by 5. So 1 times 5 is 5, and 2 times 5 is 10. And my second fraction, I can leave the same, or multiply it by 1. 3 times 1 is 3, and 10 times 1 is 10. So when I rename the fractions as I would in step 2, I have 5/10 minus 3/10. Step 3 tells me to subtract and simplify. 5 minus 3 gives me a numerator of 2. I continue with the denominator as 10, so my answer is 2/10. But I notice since both numbers are even, I can divide them by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I get a simplified answer of 1/5. And that's how we subtract fractions with unlike denominators. I'll see you tomorrow.